QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022 OneNote Presentation Budget Reports. Let's get into it with Intuit's QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop. If you have access to OneNote, would like to follow along, icon left-hand side, topic introductions, 4240 budget reports. Take a look at the immersive reader tool, topic introductions, also in the text area, same name, same number, but with transcripts. Transcripts that can be translated into multiple languages, either listened to or read in them. Same name and number as presentations as well. Topic introductions designed to give an introduction to the topic, provide screenshots, links where applicable, give accounting background to complement the presentations, and can be used to follow along with them if you don't have access to the software at that time. Closing the icon on the left-hand side, budget reports can be found by going to the reports drop-down, budgets, and then you've got your budget reports, the overview, and the budget versus actual being the common two reports. You can also go into the report center, the budgets on the left-hand side, remembering that the budget is something that really is a little bit outside of the main purpose of QuickBooks, in that the main purpose of QuickBooks is to record the transactions as they happened so that you can construct the financial statements, meaning you're typically looking into the past for things that have happened in the past and trying to give a picture of them with your financial statements, balance sheet, income statement, and supporting reports. The budget is a tool that looks out into the future. So the constructing of the budget is often something that you might think of doing outside of the QuickBooks software, meaning you take the prior data and then you imagine what's going to happen in the future, what are going to be the differences that will take place, construct the budget then it's often useful to take that projection, put it into QuickBooks, just data input in the budget, so that QuickBooks can then do what it does good, which is to make reports. The two common reports, meaning will be the budget overview report, giving you a budget overview of what you think is going to happen in the future. And then as time passes, it has a very nice budget versus actual report, comparing what you expected to happen and data input into the system to what has actually happened, and that it will be determined by the actual data input that you put into the system. If you go into the mock budget here in our example file, we're looking at the budget by month. Now, normally when you think about a budget, you're thinking about the timing statement, which is the profit and loss. You can create a balance sheet as well, but the balance sheet is really projecting or assuming where you will be after the activity has happened at a future point in time. The actual performance is basically an income statement type of report. You could put it in there. Typically, it's got a year-by-year kind of budget normally, so you could see it on a year-by-year basis. You can on a month-by-month basis for a year. You can change the icon up here or the show columns for month, a quarter, for example, or total. So we got then here, now we're showing it by month. So now we've got the months, October, November, and December. This is for the fiscal quarter. So now we got the fiscal quarter showing in months here. So we see the months broken out and then the total on the right-hand side. Then we've got the budget versus actual, which is a great report, which will give us then what actually happened versus the budget, the difference in terms of the dollar change and the percent of the budget change as well. This can be a very long report if we were going to do this for every month in, say, a year as time passes, but it's a really nice report that can compare what has actually happened to what we budgeted to happen. Company drop-down, planning and budgeting. This is where you can set up the budget and data input the budget. Remember, you have to data input the budget separately. It's not going to be pulling from your normal accounting data because it's a projection into the future. Here's the data input. We will go through the data input for a budget in the future presentations when we go through the practice problem if you want to get an idea of how to do the data input. But keep in mind that generally, oftentimes, you want to look at the past data, often possibly create the budget in something like an Excel worksheet, and then take that information, put it into QuickBooks so that you have the reporting capability in QuickBooks and you especially have that nice budget versus actual report.